Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to explore the wildlands of the internet. That's right, it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome. But before I'm going to show you what I want to talk about, I would like to say that this is one of those new types of videos I want to try on the channel. So if you like the concept, if you like the idea, then please give me feedback, what I can do better, how I can improve myself. That would be nice. So yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload VR. I found an article there about the Rift and its tracking. It's this one. The title is "Was Constellation Tracking a Long-Term Mistake for Oculus?" Now, before we are going to dive into this subject and read a lot of information, I would like to say that I'm not a fanboy of the Vive, Rift or PlayStation VR. I'm a fanboy of VR in general. I want to make people excited for VR and just talk about subjects like normal human beings, okay? It's so silly to judge someone based on what headset he or she owns. It doesn't make any sense. It's nonsense. Fanboyism is bullshit and I'm not feeding it. Bam! I said it. Deal with it. Nathie likes VR. Done. Okay, so let's scroll down. I will talk a little bit about this article. Now, I do not always agree what Upload says in their articles. It's not always a party on this website at all. And this article is also a mix of two opinions, because there are a lot of users out there with a Rift that have no problems with their device at all. And you got people out there that are struggling to get their room skill setup ready to go. So who to believe? That's the question. That's why there is a question mark in this title as well. So let me start by explaining you what constellation is. If you do not own a Rift, you might not know anything about the tracking of the Rift at all. That's why I'm going to read this part a bit. So let's do it. This may be old hat for some of you, but bear with me while I briefly explain constellation tracking to those that may not know. So that could be you. If not, just relax, grab some popcorn and done. Constellation is the Oculus method of tracking a user throughout a room. This is what lets the computer know where your headset and hands are in the 3D space. By the way, this article is in the description below, so if you want to read together with me, then you can. I'm a little late with this, but again, I'm new to these sort of videos as well, so please don't kill me. So, let's keep on reading here. The system gets its name from a slew of infrared lights placed at locations on both the Oculus Rift headset and the Oculus Touch controllers. These markers, laid out almost like a constellation, are picked up by the Oculus sensors, which are designed to detect the light of the markers frame by frame. These frames are then processed by Oculus software on your computer to determine where in space you're supposed to be. Sounds easy peasy, right? If you still don't understand what they are talking about with the constellation and stuff like that, let me sum it up. Don't worry, you will understand in just a second. So you got a Rift, you are wearing it, and it got markers on there, as you can see on this picture. Those purple dots are the markers that can be seen by the Oculus sensors. Some people have their Oculus sensors on their desk or mounted on their ceiling. It's totally up to them how they want to do it. So these sensors can see those little purple dots. They are combining this information and send it to the Oculus software. And the software will send it to a game or experience you play. So in the end, when you grab a coconut in a game or you're punching someone in the face, the Oculus sensors are tracking this information together with your headset and the Oculus Touch controllers, and then you can just have fun. I really hope I explained it well. If not, then correct me if I'm wrong. But hey, the article is so much more fun right now because I'm doing it in a video form, and reading an article yourself is kind of boring, but with videos and stuff like that, it's so much more entertaining to watch. And now we are going to travel to the part we all want to know more about. This is why I got clickbaited in the first place. So what's the problem? Let me read this. Constellation tracking has two big problems right now. The first has been around for a long long time now and is called occlusion. Basically, if something like a desk, a wall, or even your own hands get between too many infrared markers and a Rift sensor, then the infrared markers will be blocked or occluded and tracking will be rendered impossible. This is why Touch ships with an additional camera so that you can place them in different areas and keep your hands from occluding one another. However, multiple sensors can't solve everything. So yeah, we can all agree on this one, right? I mean, it's no secret that if your hand is in front of the markers on the Oculus Touch controllers, for example, then your sensors will not be able to see the controller anymore, and then your tracking is going nuts, or a little bit. It depends. But it's not causing a big issue at all, because it rarely happens that your hand or an object is in front of your Rift or Touch. So let's continue reading here. Ever since Oculus released Touch, it has allowed its users to create an experimental room-scale setup with 3 total sensors placed strategically around the play space. What this should do is make it so no matter where you're facing, at least one of the sensors is able to see enough of the infrared markers on your headset and both touch controllers. Instead, these larger sensor formations have led to reports of tracking issues. This issue seems to be centered on the software powering Constellation itself. In an effort to help with these issues, Oculus released a patch, but that patch has yet to solve all of the tracking problems. In fact, for some people it seems to have created new issues. With major content launches inching ever closer, the clock is ticking to restore the Rift's tracking viability. So before we are going more and more into the problem, I want to click on this. What are those major launches they are talking about? I want to play new games. I'm excited. Arctica 1, Landfall, Lone Echo, Robo Recall, and Wilson's Heart. I'm very curious to play those games, but yes, tracking is important, especially in shooters. You don't want it to fail. So last but not least, they are asking us what our opinion is. So was Constellation tracking a mistake? Would it have been a better long-term decision for Oculus to wait and develop a system like the Steam VR tracking platform that powers its rival, the Vive? Or are these tracking issues just a bump in the road of an otherwise successful platform? Let us know what you think in the comments below. So let's just do it in the comments below on this video. Honestly, I don't have an answer on all of these questions, but I'm trying to put all the puzzle pieces together to get at least somewhere. So I don't think that Oculus should go with Steam VR's tracking, even that it works awesome, you know, it's just working like a boss. But the Oculus sensors are also working great, you know. They are proving already that it works fine, because there are so many people out there that already said on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter that they are not getting any issues at all, even that this whole hellfire is going on right now on the internet. So the evidence is there of users setting it up right. So it could be the software, but it could also be the gamer itself. If you are not setting up the sensors right, or you are using the wrong USBs, or you got a computer that doesn't really support VR in a certain way, it's going to cause issues as well. It's going to cause a lot of problems. So it's just really hard to find the answer, you know what I mean? But I would love to hear from you guys, and yeah, the link will be in the description of this article if you want to read it yourself as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and give me some feedback on what I should do next, and maybe there are subjects that you want me to talk about. So go for it. That's it, Nathie signing off, and as I always say, and I see you guys next time. See you in the metaverse. And if someone has the answer, drop it in the comments below and save us all. Bye bye.